All right, good morning, traders. Let's see, we got the SPY. What is the SPY doing? It's kind of going sideways. CIE. There's a lot of energy sectors that are hot this morning. Or not energy sector, but the energy sector is hot this morning. There's a lot of energy stocks getting some moves. So trying to keep an eye on those. SCI getting a nice move so far. How's ALF doing? ALF still selling off. SPCB, one of my swings, came out with some PR. Pretty decent PR, but not really getting much attention. BCTX popping up, almost a crossover on the daily. Let me go into a 5-minute here. RLS. See Torchlight getting another pop up. I'm gonna put Torchlight on the watch list. Interesting. If Avi holds up this 100-day, I may go. Starting to crack there a little bit. Come on. APRE pulling back. I'll take AMC off. Okay, let's pop back over the old Schwab here. What? What are you talking about? That stuff ain't off screen. You're off screen. Don't you tell me. Yeah, so all the scanners pretty much showing. Yeah, utilities. Oh, energy's actually energy sector's not up right now, but there's a lot of energy stocks that have popped up. APRE. Actually like ARPE off of here. 743 off of this 20-day. Good morning, Angel. Oh, that's coming. Oh, let's see here. Coming back down a little bit. There we go. There's a 5 minute. Yeah, should have looked at the 5 minute first. It's a little ugly. Let's see. Let's see if I can average down. There we go. Average down a little bit. This may sell off here. It's really struggling to hold this 50-day moving average on the 1 minute. That's what we need it to hold. Let's see, that's the 15. Where's the 5? EMA is down at 675 on the 5 minute. Whoops. So where's this 100-day at? This 100-day is right at 7. So strong support at 7. See, it's been above the EMAs all pre-market. The 50 and the 20, so I'm just looking for them to hold again here. Oops, got 140 in there. That's not good. That 7 just got taken out. Let's see if it can try to push back. This little downtrend is not a pretty downtrend. Needs to get back over. What is that? 728. Thing I like about this, it's got a gap to fill from way down here at 7 all the way up to 19. So huge gap to fill on this if it can really get going. But we're over the, let's see, right there, 842. So 842, basically 850 area is going to be the last area for this to be able to fill this gap. So we got at least room up to, where's it at? The 842 area. Where's it? 750. What's going on here? I don't know, but we got a big gap to fill. So that's a nice sign to see. And now start to push back up here. There we go, breaking that downtrend, very nice. Let's see what we got right across the top right here. 730, we're already through that. So 750 is what we're getting held up at the moment. But there shouldn't be too much resistance after 750. Should be wide open to go. Yeah, we're still holding up all the EMAs, and we just started testing 750, actually breaking through 750 pretty easily. 765 area. Yeah, that's holding. 765 is holding as a little resistance. Well, never mind. Here we go. Just pushed up to 780, so we're kind of getting held up at 775. That may be where this. Let me see right here. Let me look really close. 841. Give a little bit of chance, because on the 1 minute we're not that far off of the 20. VCTX could be a possible play. It's above all the EMAs, just looking for a crossover. Nothing on DSS at the moment. ALF pushing back up. Keep ALF on watch. That one could definitely run. SPI starting to pop back. So a little pullback on this guy. Here we go, about to getting real close to pushing for a new high. Got right up, where did it get up to? 778, so 2 cents away from testing that previous high. It looks like we're going to test it though. No, it may pull back down to the 20-day there. A little bit of a double top almost on that candle. So back down to the 50-day on the 1 minute. Buyers pushing it up there. I'd be really surprised if this doesn't rip. If that's all it had up to 780, I'll be quite surprised. But that's how the stock market works. AUVI with a possible big U shape. I might get an AUVI on over here. Do I have this? What? Let's see, where's my position thing? Like a position thing somewhere. I'm still getting used to the new platform here, the Street Smart Edge. Let's see, you're probably gonna see my I have 5 shares of AMC. It must be from the other day. I forgot to sell. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's dumb. Let's go ahead and get out of this thing. I don't want to be in that thing. What the hell? And AU, what was it? Let's see. Can't remember. AUVI. How's APRI doing? APRI is all right. Still just riding across the EMAs for the moment. AUVI. It's a COVID stock. Pretty low float though. Let's see, let's make sure there's nothing else before I hop in there. RKDA starting to pop up a little bit. No PR. This guy came out with good news and it's dropping. Dirty stock you. CEI still pushing up some. Yeah, I think I'm going to go on Avion. AUVI. Dow Jones and the SPY both red at the moment. I may hold off. I'm gonna keep Avi ready, but I'm gonna hold off for a minute. Yeah, it's starting to pull back a little. Oh, we got a Fed interest rate decision coming out, so that's going to kill market volume until the Federal Reserve tells us whether or not everything's good. Milk costs $10 now, but you know the economy's booming. See if I can add another 10 shares down here. No, I can't. About 5 shares. You alright with giving me 5 shares? There we go. So now I got 45. My average is 736. Let's see. We do not want it to drop below 7. You see it getting bought up there at 7. That's 710 holding up some. Avi down to that 200. That guy's done. That's actually a pretty quiet market today for how hot it's been. Not getting any major moves right now. Spy's trying to hold up the 424 area. Good morning, and yes, I did, Brian. I blocked some of that profit out because I held that AMP position overnight. I kept saying that thing was going to break 10 cents. It kept wanting to. It just took it forever. Let's see. Yeah, it's still at 10.7. I'm still holding almost 9,000 amp left to see if it's going to break anymore. Because it's holding up above 10 pretty well, so. Let's see. Oops, I did that backwards. APRE may crack here. Testing that 100-day. This little downtrend there, it needs to break. TRCH still climbing. I don't know, I may get an alpha again. Stop going down, you nonsense. Come out with a good PR and you go down. MTSL with a random pop there. Ooh, hold on a second. If this drops anymore, I gotta get out. I was only willing to risk $20 on this. There's some buyers trying to come in there. So on the 5 minute, we're testing the 20-day. But this is why I got to get out. If it doesn't hold this 5 minute 20-day, it's going to drop all the way back down to 623 more than likely. Let's see if the buyers come back in here or not. What's this up? This is up 40%. Alf. I think I'm gonna go on Alf on SE. He's making a pretty nice move there, yeah. Let's go 50 shares if I can. I'm not even sure how much money I have right now in this account. Oh, I guess I should probably buy it. Okay, so I can't get that many. Paper's pushing back up to, trying to push back up over 7 now. How much damn money do I have in this account is ready right now? What's going on here? Let me check. Let me see what's going on, see how much money I got to work with, and the old Street Smart Edge. I may miss Alf, but that's okay. I have a little bit. I have 200 I can work with. Hmm. 200, 10, 20, 30. So that's about what I can go with on that. Okay. It could be. I didn't even look at that yet, but let me pop back over and see. I'm just trying to figure out my funds here. You said a Head and Shoulders on the 15. Could be your heads here, your shoulders here. I don't know. It's pretty bullish. Like I said, the energy sector's been pretty bullish. I'm going to give it a little bit more time because it is kind of being a little wonky there. Everything's kind of being a little wonky. SPY's very close to cracking. I don't like the way that looks either. Still testing that 20-day there. I'll put a stop loss for now right on the bottom of this candle, like at 7. Yeah, right there. Elf. Oh, I see. It's in pre-market. You got the shoulder back here, head here, and then possibly another shoulder here. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But it's above all indicators. And there it goes. It's above all EMAs right now. If it breaks 7, it's off to the races. Yeah, getting halted. But it still could be a head and shoulders. But that to not be a shoulder needs to break over 750. But on the 15-minute, very bullish right there. Holding above all EMAs. Hold Alf. See, BCTX. Yeah, this is an interesting one too. Once it breaks 737, it's got room to run. 20 days almost crossed the 200. It's definitely one to think about. But I was talking about head and shoulders patterns last night in the crypto stream. I just don't like head and shoulders patterns unless they're super clear cut. Like if it's not an obviously clear head and shoulders pattern, I'm more likely to ignore it because it's one of those patterns where you can look at a chart and just make yourself think there's that pattern there. I mean, you still could be right, Dom. You still could be right. Like I said, this is right now where it's halted at is a shoulder. If it starts curling over it, it more than likely will come out and hit 50 cents. But then if it starts curling, that would be that second shoulder. So you could still be right. It was just the buying volume slowly coming in because what I was looking at was the 5-minute. Was I looking at the 1 minute? No, I was looking at the 1 minute, and it's got this nice little flowing movement crossed back over the EMAs right there. Boy, man, I wish I would have saw that cross. That'd have been a nice entry at 6. Oh well. APRE is over here pulling me by the gizzards, messing with me. So Avi actually really cracked coming back down. So Avi's pretty much done at this point. Yeah, it's crossing over the 200 on the 1 minute. Well, actually, let me make sure. Let me check the other time frames. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. BCTX. Little sneaky boy. Let's see, I may take a you need to stay over 7. Just can't get back over 7 here. Yeah, in the next couple of minutes, this is gonna crack. Oh, Alf just came out, shooting straight up. Alpha's going nuts. BCTX just turned around. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you're looking at on the 4-day, 15-minute. But at this point, it just hit a new high a year. That head and shoulders pattern is pretty much done data at this point. Oh, he just had a crossover on the 5, and that's the 1 minute. Let me go to the 5 minute. Okay, we're still trying to hold at 20-day. A little bit back below the 100-day on the. That's the 1 minute. I'm trying to go the 15-minute. If ARP doesn't get back over 7, that's going to drop. Alf still going. Look at this rip. This platform is the Street Smart Edge Charles Schwab. I'm switching over to it from Thinkorswim, slowly but surely here. Beautiful rip, halted again, straight up. Alf just going nuts. This is why I gotta get everything switched over to Street Smart Edge so I'm not flipping back and forth, because I was about to get in Alf and I didn't know exactly what my count funds were on that, so I had to fiddle with the share sizes and all of that. Oh, that hurts the soul to see that run like that. But good job to anybody who did get in it. Yes, we got one nice runner today so far. I'm about to get stopped. Yeah, I just got stopped out there. So APRE cracking down. The only thing running, well, let's see, Torchlight's coming back up. But Alf pretty much still in a bunch of the volume. Yeah, like DSS is done. SPI is done. Everything in pre-market that was moving is barely now at this point. BCTX, BCTX still has a chance to go, but Alf's going to have to slow down. Let's see. SPY is just trying to hold that 424. would say we may see BCTX start going next. TSL having a random pop up there. Torch is still on an uptrend. Torchlight is. Oh, CEI just pushed up to 80 cents. That little guy. Like I said, CEI is an energy stock, so it can get going. These energy stocks, Alpha's an energy stock. Alpha exploding, you should see other energy stocks start to follow in its footsteps with some sympathy. The only problem with CEI, this thing's done so many reverse stock splits, you have no daily chart to look at. You are strictly looking at the intraday chart. Don't you do it. APRE comes back up and rips like the one did yesterday that stopped me out. I'm gonna go bananas. RKDA selling off. Yeah, right now it's pretty much the Alf show. Alf and CEI, the only things moving. GEO. That's moving up some, pushing up. ALT, that's another one pushing up. There's a few pushing up. Alpha's starting to move again. Let's see. BTCX on here? No, no. BTCX. Or BCTX. Yeah, yesterday one stopped me out and then ran immediately after. I think, yeah, it was CLSD. Yeah, it was CLSD. You're right. Stopped me out and said, "No, I'm just kidding," and turned around. I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Thanks." And APRE may do it to me again today. Is it dirty? See, I'm a little. Alpha's pulling back. Getting that big rip. Why don't I have volume on this? What's going on here? There we go. I knew I was missing something on this chart. It didn't feel quite right. Now that feels much better to my eyeballs. Small balls can't be taking things that don't look right. That's testing 7. I think I'm going to have to go on BCTX. If I can get over there fast enough before it starts ripping over 7. Let's see, we'll go 30. Buy. Place order, starting to break. Am I in there? Yeah, I'm in there. Starting to break that 7. Let's see if it gets going or not here. Where'd I get filled at? That's the question. It's supposed to be a little position thing. Don't look at my account details. So I'm filled at 706. So that's not bad. Let's get my sell order ready there. So it's going to have some resistance at $8. And some right across there at 720. So break at 720, this could get going. Kind of getting a little bit of a downtrend there too, but 7 trying to hold. Let's see the 1 minute. It's coming down to 690 on the 1 minute, but it's trying to do its thing there. Alf still selling off. Alf, if it gets down to, yeah, the EMAs are way below Alf. Closer on the 1 minute. Man, let's keep an eye on BCTX here. Ryan amp is almost back over 11. I honestly think amp's gonna go to 15 cents, but it's just, it takes it so long to break pennies unless it just really gets good volume. Alpha's starting to curl. A little bit of a double bottom there on the 1 minute. Still kind of looks ugly on the 5 minute though. APRE slowly pushing back to 7. You dirty stock, you. You dirty, dirty girl. BCTX is a little light on volume. Let's see, Avi is done, so let's put APRE up there so it can taunt me and make me feel bad about myself. Spy still down there testing that 424. Well, it may have been better. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but on these days like this where the feds are gonna come out with information, the market is always a little bit more wonky. Like we've seen so much buying volume in the stock market, and then now that we have the feds going to grace us with their all-knowing crystal ball magic information, the whole market's just like, eh. Alright guys, I'll be right back and we'll take a quick little break. Alright, so we're moving again there on BCTX, so that's nice to see. Um, If the Feds come out and say they're going to raise interest rates, which they've said that they're not going to do that till 2024, but the Feds and the government say a lot of things. But if they come out and announce today they're raising interest rates, the market's going to take a hit. You're going to see a sell-off. I almost guarantee that. I'm like 90% sure that if they are to raise interest rates today, that it will lead to a sell-off. So preferably we don't want to see that, but well, I'm not I'm completely out of every stock right now. So I really don't care. I actually want it to crash so I could get some discounts, but we shall see. Alpha's holding up $8. If Alpha continues to hold $8, that could be another possible play again. I got BCTX on here twice. I didn't realize I had it on here twice. Let me pop back to Thinkorswim real quick. CEI is still slowly moving. Let me put CEI on that other chart. Let's put CEI on this chart. What? What? What is she talking about? Treasury Yellen says U.S. has a goal to make discriminatory digital service taxes a thing of the past. Who is getting discriminatory digital taxed? What is she even talking about? Oh, some of these numbers are not good on these. Yeah, I've noticed that housing market prices have been dropping. Yeah, this crazy stuff. Thank you, Eva, smashing that like button. Yeah, I just saw on my phone that AMP hit 11 again. Well, you can see all my sticky notes. I'm actually going to just pull Coinbase Pro up. Let's pop back over to over here to Street Smart Edge. Yeah, AMP's over 11. AMP's pushing for a new high right now. They're trying to. It's at 11 and a half. That's right. Keep going. That to go. Oh yeah. This is the crypto me and Brian are talking about. Last night I was live stream crypto trading. I'm in down here somewhere. Let's see, where'd I get in at? 9.4. Yeah, so I'm in like somewhere right in here. Ooh, breaking over 11. Very nice. Keep running. Keep running, you beautiful crypto, you. We're just going to let that go for a minute. Oh boy, still going. It's a beautiful sight. I don't know if I want to lock out more in here or not. Let's see. Trading everything right. Trading stocks and cryptos all this morning. Who's got a little gold on them? Let me buy your gold from you. I'm gonna sell 1,000 here. Lock in some of that up here in this area, and we'll just let that do its thing some more. No, you're not the one I want. Get back over here. Yeah, buddy. I don't know what the feds haven't really said anything yet. That's why the market's kind of sketchy right now, is because interest rates. If they raise interest rates because that's the only way they can fight inflation, is if they raise interest rates. If they continue to keep them low, inflation's going to get out of hand. UEC is up 5%. Nice. That's what I'm saying. The energy sector's been pretty warm. So looking for energy stocks, definitely. But I mean, we just saw Alf run. What was that? What was that run? $2.5, $3. So $3 rip on Alf, which is an energy company, and then CEI is running. And I didn't even know what BCTX is. Let me find out what BCTX is real quick. So okay. So other countries have discriminatory digital service taxes, and she is trying to force other countries. Let's let's worry about our own taxes first. How about you stop taxing the dog piss out of all of us, and then we can talk about other countries. Oh, my brain. Oh, God. Janet Yellen should be like reading books to kindergartners. She should not be in the Federal Reserve. How did we get here? How did we get to this point? There's no hope for America. Elon, gas up the spaceship. Get it ready. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to day trade on Mars. Guys, I'm not a genius. I'm dumb myself, but the stupidity that is coming out of the people in charge of everything is why I don't like people being in charge of my life, because it's like, why are we worried about other countries' taxes? Okay, and this is why it's so dumb to me, because we're 30 trillion in debt, and instead of the Federal Reserve saying, government, stop spending money, like a crazy Karen in Walmart going on a shopping spree because she wanted $500 on a scratch-off lotto ticket. like, like, stop doing that. That's all the Fed should be saying right now. Stop spending money. And the government's like, we need to put tariffs on other countries for raising their taxes, like for taxes on digital services being discriminatory. I'm just really curious too, like the rest of the world, who are they discriminating against? Who is she specifically talking about? Because the rest of the world, depending on what countries it is, who's being discriminated against? I'm not saying there's no discrimination at all in the world, but we're talking about taxes from countries on digital services. I don't know. I shouldn't have looked. I shouldn't have looked. I always know I shouldn't look at the spot, especially on Federal Reserve talkie days. They make me go off on rants. Anyway, back to the stocks. This is what I'm talking about. They said they wasn't going to raise interest rates, and then now they're talking about crazy stuff that has nothing to do with anything. Oh, God. So Alf's still pulling back, looking like it's trying to hold 775 now. Couldn't hold that 8. It probably is going to come back to this 20-day on the 5-minute, or maybe ride around 750 until the 20-day catches up. BCTX is just not doing much at the moment. It's building some higher lows though. As long as it's building higher lows, that's good. It just needs to get a little bit more volume. See, the volume is pretty low. I had some good volume earlier, but nothing really going on now. You see buying volume come back into it. I see it. SPY's at 424. Yeah, SPY getting close to cracking. See, as soon as that PR where it came out that Janet Yellen said that a bunch of people like me in the stock market threw up and accidentally hit sell on all their stocks. You dirty stock. Got a nice U shape on APRE right now. Oh, you're going to do it to me. You're going to do it to me. It's one of those days already. Starting the day off nice. Got. I don't know if you guys got a. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I watch Kitco News a lot. It's a bigger YouTube channel where they have a lot of economists and investors and traders on. And Harry Dent, which is a pretty big economist, he was talking about Janet Yellen, and he was going off. He was like, I don't understand how the Federal Reserve, how we got these people in there. He said Janet Yellen looked like she said Janet Yellen was Tweety Bird. There you go. He's starting to push up a little bit, BCTX. Let's see. SPI with a little bounce off of the 20-day there. APRE pushing over 7 up to 720. And CEI looks like it's making a bit of a flag. A little consolidation flag there. I'm going back over to BCTX for now. I want to fix this time and sales because this purple and gray, that's very confusing. I just want green and red. And like right there. What does purple mean? I don't know what purple means on the time and sales. Nice. Nice job, Elvis. Just like I said, be careful because if the Feds decide to raise rates, it isn't gonna matter what the sector is. It's gonna bring down the entire market. Oh, ENSV, this swing's starting to come back up a little bit. No volume, but SPCB with a possible U shape. See, where did this come from? VINO launches Amazon storefront. That's something. What do they sell? Gaucho. What are gauchos? Isn't that a shoe or something? The Amazon storefront is a good thing, but I don't remember what gauchos is. I'm going to look it up real quick. Gaucho. Okay. All right. Gauchos. So here's what comes up for gauchos. You got some, it must be those type of pants. Is this the actual company? Let's see. Gaucho. Get out of here, you stupid Yahoo Finance. I hate Yahoo Finance. Somehow Yahoo Finance always, or not Yahoo Finance, but what's that ticker symbol? VINO, okay. VNIO stock. Let's see if this is Gaucho Group Holdings. Trying to find their website. What? Oh, yeah, Vino's a wine. So how am I? Gaucho Vino Company. Let's try that. Here we go. Wait a minute. This is a REIT. What in the hell? So, is this the clothes? This is more than just clothes. Yeah, so, Gaucho Power. Hey, you can go Zorro style. I'm about to buy that. How much is that? I can get 10% off too. Let me see. I want that. I want that hat with the mask on it. Yeah, I look good in that hat. Hell yeah. That they're a REIT that sells clothes. Interesting. Very interesting. But they also have wine estates. Uh, a mansion in Buenos Aires, I guess. A lot of wine. See if there's an investor presentation. Stockholders Club. They got a club. Oh, you get significant discounts being a stockholder? I want that card. That'll look good. Yeah, you gotta be a Vina or Gaucho stockholder. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna take a look at this a little bit more. Hopefully, BCTX still going sideways at 7. Vino. Very low float. I actually don't know if it's a REIT or not. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm gonna do some more research on this one and figure out what exactly is going on with this, because this is an interesting company. That website looks really nice, and the price is only $4.90, and it's 7.5 million. Let's look at this on a weekly chart. See, they were up at 45 one time. Let's see, when was this? That was... Oh, that was in January, at the end of January, and in February, this thing was all the way up at $21. Strong support at 315 right across there. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Let me pop back over here and make sure this isn't cracking too hard. It's starting to come down a little bit. But my wife is human resource manager at a big wine chain, big alcohol store chain, corporate, and I'm gonna ask her about Gaucho's wines and see if, cause it so, and I'm gonna do an episode of this soon on abnormal investing, but there is a lot of money in alcohol, a lot of money. Uh, it's not any alcohol. You can't go buy some shitty bottle of vodka from a Russian company that's selling it for like $5. It's not. You can't do that. But if you buy like a certain year of a certain wine or a certain whiskey, and there's multiple different years, but you can get returns on that every year just by holding a bottle of it. Because she works there, we got tons of bottles of stuff, several things that are going up in price, just sitting around, because we rarely drink. But she gets them for free because she works there, so I'll take all the free alcohol I can get. If the apocalypse happens, You guys come to find me. I'll have all the alcohol. Alcohol is going to be very important during an apocalypse for multiple reasons. But yeah, I'll do an episode of Abnormal Investing soon and talk about all of that, because I don't know, I may have to have her on with me because she knows way more about it than I do. I don't know as much about investing in alcohols. I just know that a nice bottle of vintage wine, and it depends on the maker too. But yeah, whiskeys. Yeah, exactly. And I like some Casamigos. Casamigos is a little expensive, but their main flavor is very nice, very clean tequila. But I've got one that I like better than Casamigos. Casamigos was my favorite for a while. Um, I forgot I don't know what that new one is that I got, but it's got such an awesome looking bottle. It's just been sitting. When I first got it, I took a little, like a half a shot to taste it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. And then I haven't drunk it since. It's delicious. It makes me feel like an animal. Alright. Yeah, it is good. Except the smoky one, which is just my personal preference. They've got one tequila that's like super smoky, but it's too smoky to me. I don't like super smoky alcohols. Just like I don't like super fruity alcohols. I don't like the sweetness. But if I am going to drink alcohol, it'll either be tequila, moonshine, or wine, or champagne. There's a couple of champagnes I've had that's really good. But there is a lot of money to be made in that industry. Of course you like Tito's. Tito's isn't bad, but it's not. It it's just like a decent lower end tequila. Not like on the super low end, but Tito's a lot of times is the well tequila for restaurants and bars. It's not a mid shelf or top shelf. But see, that's the thing. That's why it's weird, because Patron is considered top shelf, and Patron is garbage. Well, yeah, Tito's vodka, whatever it is. I thought Tito's had a tequila too. I don't like any vodkas. Vodkas are gross. Tastes like rubbing alcohol. If you want a good, clear liquor, you drink moonshine, boy. Put some hair on that chest. Stop drinking that vodka stuff. Vodka have you outside naked fighting bears. Moonshine will have you inside. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Tito's vodka makes you want to kill people. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. I just said that makes you want to go outside naked and kill bears. I ain't drinking vodka. Screw that shit. It's nasty. It's terrible. Messes your brain up. Can't stand vodka. Now there is some good bourbons. I was saying whiskey, which there are a lot of whiskeys you can invest in, but bourbons, that's where it's at. Bourbons are big money. I'm about to have to get out of BCTX here. Especially old bourbons, aged bourbons, they will continue to gain value over time. And a lot of these bourbons and stuff are not like small gains. It's not like 6% over a year. It can be up to like 50% over a year. From what I've seen, bourbons and some wines outperform the S&P. They outperform the stock market. It's a lot rarer, though. You can't just take a bottle and do a stock split and split it into 10 mini bottles and give it to the people. Like, it doesn't work that way. So it's a true supply and demand game, and a lot of the vendors who are world renowned only make limited supply for each year. So the rarity is there. So like, and some years are better than others. So like a 1980 Eagle Rare or something like that, or Buffalo Trace. Like I said, my wife knows way more about it than I do, but I'll do that as a video at one point, an abnormal investing video. There's a few things I've got on the list for the abnormal investing playlist, like swords. You can make a lot of money investing in swords, old samurai swords. If you can find ones that were made from legendary katana makers, then those always go up in value. Plus, it's a weapon. So, like, if the dollar does crash and money's worthless and we're in, like, this crazy world, you got, like, a nice katana handmade from some super volcano steel or whatever these crazy sword masters make it in. Made them in, I should say, back in the day. But you got to be careful with fakes. There's a lot of fakes in the sword industry. But there's a lot of ways to make money out here. You just gotta learn them. That's all I'm constantly doing, is learning different ways to make money, different ways to put money in places and invest it. Oh boy, we're testing 12 cents on AMP. So is anything else going on? I mean, I'm about to hop out of this if this doesn't hold up this 20-day here on the 5-minute. I'll just take the 2 little losses today if I have to. As you can see, the 20-day on the 5-minute is starting to kind of turn around a little bit. It's not pointing up anymore. It's kind of like, yeah, see right there, now we're pushing into it. If it can hold up here, it's got a chance to curl back up and try to run again, but right now I'm keeping an eye on the SPY, and it's getting close to cracking that 424. But we'll give the stream about 10 more minutes here. I gotta get going. I gotta take the new Doge to the veterinarian, get his first exam, make sure he's all good to go. So if you got any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. And if you haven't yet, I checked the sign-ups. We don't have a lot of people signed up. There are 2 giveaways. Sign-ups are live right now. You have until next Monday. So 5 days from now, if I calculated that right. Monday midnight sign-ups are over, and the drawings will be Tuesday. We'll give $100 away here on this channel and $50 away in Bitcoin on the crypto channel. And you are eligible to sign up for both, but you got to be subscribed to both to win for both. But you can find those links in the last rip descriptions, at the top of the descriptions. Let me make sure I put it in last night's last rip episode. Pretty sure I did, but you guys know I forget things. Yeah, so the link is going to be in all the last rip episodes this week, and the one for the crypto giveaway is going to be in the link for the daily crypto updates on the crypto channel. So that's Framework Fortune Crypto. So we're barely holding the 675 area. The SPY is getting lower and lower. See, where am I in at? I'm in at 706, 707. On 30 shares, I'm down 20 cents. So I'm down $6 right now on this. Let's see, let's pop back over the chart watch real quick. ALF still selling off. SPI selling off. CEI selling off. PCB nothing. APRE selling off. So we are getting sell-offs across the board, and it looks like the SPY is probably in that VINO selling off too. Oh, let's see, we've got some new PR here. Unusual options activity. House Judiciary Committee to mark up antitrust bills next week. Okay. I guess. I'm starting to rebound a little bit there on BCTX. I may have to hold this all day because it's moving so slow. I mean, as long as it keeps slowly pushing up. So yeah, I'm just going to keep holding it for now. It's holding up the 20-day on the 5 minute. As long as it holds up the 20-day, I'm just going to continue to hold it until I get some type of rip off of it. Oh, tomorrow my power is going to be off for most of the day. So I don't think I will be live streaming or putting out anything. It depends on when my power gets cut off and when it gets cut back on, because they're cutting trees down. We got a bunch of trees and stuff, branches hanging over power lines and stuff. So just at this point for tomorrow, just don't expect anything from me. I'm sure John will be probably putting some stuff out, and Hal is working on a whole series of Charles Schwab, the Street Smart Edge platform that I'm using here. Hal's working, or H&H Trader. Some of you guys might not know him by Hal, but he's working on a whole series of Street Smart Edge tutorial to set the whole thing up and all the tools and stuff he uses. So if you're thinking about switching to Street Smart Edge, Hal will have all the information on it that you could possibly need. Yeah, but yeah, other than that, I think that's all that's kind of going on at the moment. The Framework Fortune website is still coming. I just got a little delayed on it, but I plan on having it out. Well, it's already up, but I plan on having it ready to go. Start moving. Worst case, the next by mid-July, worst case. But with the website, you guys will have your own little group. I'll say little, but it won't be little, but you guys will have your own group that you guys can talk to each other in, message each other on, all of that. So we can keep the community tighter, and then if something happens with YouTube and they kick me off here, which, you know, the way I talk is more likely than not. So I'd like to keep the community together and all the communities. So that'll be going up. And you guys will be able to, you know, communicate with each other, communicate with me, communicate with John, communicate with Hal, all through the website. You know, it's like the part of the website is a forum, basically. It's like a whole forum for you guys. So even when I'm not live streaming, you know, if you guys want to work with each other on trading, you guys can do that. Yeah, I think that's it for now. All I can think of. So, all right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.